to football. Falconets coach Peter Dedewo has unveiled his final list of 21 players for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Canada. Now, the final squad includes 3 goalkeepers, 7 defenders, 5 midfielders and 6 strikers. Top on the list includes Super Falcons ace Azizat Oshola and former Under-17 stars Patience Okame, Halimatu Ainde, Jiroro Idike, Uche Nakano, Yetunde Adeboyejo and US-based college star Courtney Dike, the younger sister of the Super Eagles forward Bright Dike. The team will depart for Moncton, Canada through Frankfurt in 2 batches on Thursday and Friday from Abuja. Despite finishing runners-up in Brazil, Argentine coach Alejandro Sabella has been awarded the highest honor in the country's Congress with a distinction of honor for the football veteran. Named after the late President Nestor Kirchner, the distinction comes after Sabella led Argentina to their first World Cup final in 24 years. Sabella is reportedly considering his future at the helm of Argentina's football side, the Albiceleste, after his team lost to Germany in the World Cup earlier this month at the Maracanã. A British boxer Tyson Fury will fight Russian Alexander Ustinov in Manchester on Saturday night as a late replacement for Derek Chisora. Now, the Russian is a dangerous opponent for Fury, especially on just 4 days' notice, with his only professional defeat in 30 contests, coming when he lost to Kubrat Pulev by 11-round stoppage in 2012. Well, Fury has been through a very difficult 18 months with the cancellation of 2 fights with David Haye before Chisora pulled out with injury on Monday. That's it in sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
To the foreign scene now, and the Ebola virus continues to claim more lives across West Africa, with the number of deaths climbing to a worrisome 630. Even worse is the threat it poses to health workers, as the Ebola virus claims the life of the doctor leading the fight against the virus in Sierra Leone. Here's Amarachi Ubani with more.
Well, that is so true, and sadly so, Ijoma. Dr. Sheikh Umar Khan recently tested positive to the virus and has been hospitalized in the town of Kalaun, the epicenter of the outbreak. The piece of news has worried Sierra Leone's health community, as expressed in a statement from the State House, in which the Minister of Health said she was in tears on learning about Dr. Khan's situation. Dr. Khan has been referred to as a national hero, and the government has promised to do everything to make sure that he survives. But the day does not get any better as we report yet another plane crash, this time in Taiwan. A passenger plane is said to have crashed after a failed emergency landing near Magong Airport on the outlying Penghu Island. The plane had been carrying 54 passengers and 4 crew members on board. Aviation officials said the flight GE222 aborted its initial landing and then crashed. Firefighters and other emergency personnel have been attempting to rescue those on board, though 51 people are feared killed in the disaster. Let's check in on the other crash victims of the Malaysia flight MH17. The Dutch government has received the first victims' bodies in a solemn ceremony at Eindhoven Air Base. The Netherlands has been observing a day of national mourning for the 298 victims, most of whom were of Dutch nationality. Those were today's major stories. It's back to you.
Thanks a lot, Amarachi. And the main news again. Twin explosions today rocked the northwest city of Kaduna, killing at least 72 people. The former head of state, Muhammadu Buhari, and the renowned Islamic cleric, Sheikh Dahiru Bauchi, were targets of the blasts but escaped unhurt. And the campaigners calling for the rescue of the Chibok girls have asked the federal government to show the results of its rescue efforts as Nigerians mark the 100th day of the girls' captivity. And President Goodluck Jonathan has met with the former central bank governor and newly installed Emir of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi, at the presidential villa to break the Ramadan fast. Accompanying the Emir was the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar, who was said to have facilitated the reconciliation meeting between the president and the Kano monarch. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Focus on Africa is up next. I'm Ijoma Bunyato. Do have a great night.